From one of America's leading ABC stations, Eyewitness News 5 at 5 starts right now.
And right now at 5, a grass fire burns at least one home in Logan County. Evacuations are ordered. We are live with the late-breaking details. Plus, 2 people hurt after a medical center catches fire. What a woman inside the building said after escaping the flames. And preparing for a winter storm, Rusty McCraney is tracking the very latest right now. But we begin with late-breaking news. Several large grass fires are burning right now in Oklahoma. Good evening, everyone. I'm Wendell Edwards. So let's get straight to Sky 5. Take a look. This is a scene over Logan County. A large grass fire continues to burn there. It has been burning for most of the afternoon. Let's talk with fellow journalist Chris Lee, who is inside Sky 5. And Chris, what can you see from your vantage point?
Well, this fire has taken off to the north. It started near 105, about 10 miles east of Guthrie, and it is now a couple of miles to the north of the highway there, and it's burning very strongly to the north, but it's got flanks on both sides that are still burning. A lot of fire departments out here, but they're having trouble getting into the. We can't even see the front of it. This is looking around the front of it, and for all the smoke. We just saw a National Guard helicopter in here flying, doing airdrops, dropping water out of ponds and trying to get it into where the fire is. And they kind of disappeared into the smoke down there. You really can't see where the head of the fire is, and that's part of the problem we're having, but also the problem that the fire departments are having getting ahead of the fire, both from terrain and just, getting in where you can see where all this smoke is. The fire started about 3 miles south of where we are now. Highway 105 is closed. Fire departments from all around this area, even from Oklahoma City and from several neighboring towns around here. Several other grass fires around that I'm also hearing that have firefighters in this part of the country just really tied up. I heard something in Lincoln County where they thought they had an additional fire and weren't sure who they were going to send because they had so many people on a fire that they had over there. I have heard of some evacuations, not been able to see. Like I said, the head of the fire is really in that big, thick smoke over there, and I can't really see exactly what's going on over there, guys.
Thank you, Chris. Again, the scene over Logan County. We can tell you, as Chris said, right now, evacuations have been ordered, and our eyes on the ground. Eyewitness News 5's Carla Wade is live. And Carla, what can you tell us from where you are?
Well, Wendell, as Chris Lee mentioned, there are several fire departments who are working this fire. We've been hearing as many as 18 fire departments from neighboring counties are out here trying to assist in this fire. Take a look here behind me, and you can still see that smoke on the horizon. Since we've been here for a couple of hours, we've seen it go from, thick and black to at times white, and now it's kind of thinned out and it's gray and billowing white over there. And also what has been causing a considerable amount of problem out here is that you can see this Logan County Sheriff's deputy out here who has been trying to block traffic off of here on State Highway 105. That has caused a lot of problems today because people have been trying to get closer to the fire. A lot of people live back there concerned about their homes. Now, the Meridian Fire Department told me earlier that nearly 5 square miles of dry pasture has gone up in smoke this afternoon, scorching acres of land and making a lot of homeowners out here uneasy. Highway 105 is shut down completely between Peebly and Indian Meridian roads. Now, OHP says at one point this fire actually jumped the highway, and that cut off this highway here and keeping a lot of people from getting back to their homes. We saw several people out here today who were very upset because they were trying to get to their homes, trying to check on their property, trying to check on their animals, and just were not able to do that. We also learned from OHP this afternoon that they've had a couple of accidents because people have been stopping in the middle of the road or on the side of the road, just rubbernecking, trying to see the smoke and trying to see the flames. And that has also caused a considerable amount of trouble for emergency crews out here who are trying to get to that fire as fast as they can. Right now, they're just saying, if you live in this area, please just try and stay away. They know that they've had about a dozen structures who have been affected by this fire, and they're also right now setting up a shelter for people who have been evacuated. That shelter is at a church here in Guthrie. We'll bring you more information. We're going to be out here and continue to follow this story. We'll bring you more information later in the newscast. Reporting live, Carla Wade, Eyewitness News 5.
Carla, thank you very much. We can see the firefighters are having quite a busy day. 18 fire departments out there at Highway 105. We do know that evacuations are underway between Triple X and Seward Road and Kutzke Road in the Cimarron River. People are being evacuated to be taken to First Christian Church in Guthrie. We do know a dozen structures have been either burned or damaged. Again, these are evacuations underway right now in Logan County. People being taken to First Christian Church in Logan County, in Guthrie. 18 fire departments working this fire, dozens of structures damaged or destroyed. And another grass fire burned in South Oklahoma City. This one started around 1 this afternoon on South Council. Crews were able to get to the fire and get it out quickly, and thankfully no buildings there were burned. Now to our other big story, the coming winter weather. We tied a record high today. That's how warm it was, but major changes are in the forecast. Meteorologist Rusty McCraney is tracking it all from the First Alert Weather Center. Hey, Rusty.
Hey, Wendell, how you doing? I just want to show you guys an Advantage Doppler HD that we've been actually able to track this large grass fire. This is Highway 105 in Logan County, Meridian, the town of Frost, just north of 105. Here's Langston. And look at that smoke blowing north and east. So if you live in Langston, you look off to the east, you're seeing that smoke. But this is how prominent this fire is. I mean, we can clearly see it on the radar. Let's talk about temperatures. We tied a record in the metro today. 76 was the high at Will Rogers. Now 73, Stillwater 77. So there are a lot of some record-breaking heat today. And of course, the winds have been a problem for the firefighters. South to southwest winds, very breezy, 10 to 20, gusts at around 25 miles an hour. And that will continue at least for the next couple of hours. Here it is again, our winter storm. It's still way out there on the west coast, but it's starting to move on shore as we speak. And it'll be taking a track towards Oklahoma beginning Monday night into Tuesday. And with that already in mind, my friends, they have issued a winter storm watch for the northeast sides of Oklahoma. Nothing for our viewing area yet, but it's inevitable. So here's what you need to know. Turning colder tomorrow. We're going to start to see a rain and winter mix Monday evening, and this possible high impact winter storm coming in on Tuesday. We'll be checking the newest computer model. It's got a lot more detail on this coming up at 5:17.
Rusty, thank you very much. Now, we are here to keep you ahead of any winter storm. KOCO.com has plenty of ways to track the weather. You can always get the latest forecast there. Plus, you can use interactive radar to track the system as it gets closer to Oklahoma. And we have our hour-by-hour slideshow on the homepage just to get you prepared. And we have a new tool to keep you ahead of the storm. We've just begun a Facebook page called Oklahoma Weather Updates. You can find a link to that page in the Hot Topics section of KOCO.com. Late breaking now, we want to return to several of that grass fire burning in Oklahoma, in Logan County, Oklahoma. We're looking at Sky 5 over Logan County, where that large grass fire has been burning since early this afternoon. And right now we can tell you evacuations are underway. Chris Lee, our photojournalist, is in Sky 5, and he can tell us what he sees now. Chris, what are we watching?
Well, this is the south end of the fire. This is the fire end where it's burning back against the wind. And you can see some pretty good line of flames here. No firefighters back here because they're all worried about the stuff at the front end of the fire where it's moving much faster and are much bigger flames. As you can see in here, there are quite a few, well, not a lot, but there are some houses in here that still, like this area has been burned past by most of the fire, but there's still fire to the south and smoke blowing over those areas. So this is part of Highway 105 that is closed. The command post where Carla is right down there, and then you can see the fire has spread about a mile from that off to the east, and then has taken off and goes several miles to the north. Fire line, this is the west side, and you can see it in some cedar trees. Big flames coming up there. This is to the west side. I don't see any houses along there. A little further up the fire line, I don't know if I can see it from my exact vantage point. There is a bulldozer, county bulldozer that's come in and is working in that smoke along that fire line, and they are trying to keep the fire contained and build a fire break, a little road, if you will, that will keep the fire from jumping to the west and getting out of, and hopefully they can contain it. But as you can tell, it's far from being contained right now.
That's Chris Lee, photographer Chris Lee in Sky 5 over Logan County. Grass fires, you can see right there, burning a 5-mile square area, according to our eyes on the ground, Eyewitness News 5's Carla Wade. We're going to stay with this grass fire, and we'll be back right after this.